Hello everyone, it's Red with RedDragonLeo.com. It is May the 28th, 2012. One day before a nice ritual day of the 29th. May the 29th should be a nice down day as the markets are poised to roll over and sell off quite nicely. So I decided to do this post and talk about the ritual days, the 11 days, the ritual 11 days that are coming up in the month of June. And I go over the difference between what you call a daily ritual day, which is what we have tomorrow, and what we have in the month of June, where we're actually going to have yearly ritual days. And the difference there is, and this is just the way I determined them, by the way. It wasn't something that I learned somewhere else, but I'm calling them a daily because only the actual day itself is an 11. So as for tomorrow, it's the 29th. You add the digits, two digits together, the 2 and the 9 equals 11, and you have an 11 day tomorrow. These are commonly turning points, down days in the market, sometimes peaks in the markets, but they are commonly important days that these gangsters do something on. Every month you have, obviously, three 11 days. You have the actual 11th of the month, you have the 22nd of the month, and the 29th. And you're thinking, well, how's the 22nd one? Well, the 22nd is because it is a master number. It is not added together. You do not add the master numbers together. The 2 plus 9, 2 plus 9 equals 11 because it's not a master number, but the 22, you don't add 2 and 2 together to equal 4. It is a number that is dividable by 11. There's two 11s in it. Just like 33, 44, 55, 66, these are master numbers. You do not divide them. You leave them whole as what they are. So the 11th of the month, 22nd of the month, and the 29th of the month, in every month is a daily ritual number. But in June it gets very, very interesting. And why is that? Well, to show you that, I will simply use my old drawing tool that I haven't used in a while. And we'll start drawing here. So basically, if I go here, I've actually notated here to where you can simply look at the month of June right here that I have mentioned. It is the 6th month of the year. Okay? So it's a 0, 6. So it's 0 plus 6 equals 6. What you simply do here to get it a yearly one is you add up all the digits in the full date, which would be 0, 6. And then the actual year, the 2, 0, 1, 2, all those added together. Somebody has a nice motorcycle. All those added together equals a 5. So you have a 5 right there, and then you also have the month itself is a 6. So already when you add these two together, you're going to come up with 11. Now all you have to do is find other dates in the month that keep it an 11. And of course the 11th does, because it's a master number, so it is not one that you add 1 and 1 together. You leave it as a whole. So when you add these together, for example, you do 0 plus 6 plus 11, not 1 plus 1, okay? Then plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 2 equals 22. There's your master number. So not only is it a daily master number, but it is also a yearly master number. The same thing applies for the 29th of the month and the 22nd. The 22nd, obviously, if you replace this with 22 right there on the 22nd, you're going to come up with 33 as the whole, and that is a master number as well, so you don't divide it. It is an 11 date. And if you do the 29th, the 2 plus 9 equals 11, and then you've already got 11 in the rest of it, so again you come up with 22. So again, you have a master number. You have a yearly number and a daily number. So all three of them in the month of June are going to be yearly and daily ritual numbers. So what is scary about this is that what is scary about this is the fact that this Simpson clock points to 6/11, June the 6th. Of course, it could point to 9/11. Of course, it could point to 11/6. I mean, we really don't know for sure, but it is something to be aware of, that these gangsters love their rituals. And so when you add up a yearly ritual, when you add up the digits in here, I'm trying to teach you a little bit of numerology of what I've understood. Learned a lot of this from other people online. Gary the Numbers guy is really one of the best ones, but other sources as well. But so you have that on the 11th, the 22nd, and the 29th. These are yearly ones, and they're daily ones, so that's why they're even more powerful. That's why I said that the month of June should be very, very interesting, to say the least. So I don't know what's going to happen. I do believe tomorrow, Tuesday, the 29th of May, will be a down day. Now, to actually add up all those digits, by the way, you come up with 21. 21 is nothing significant because 2 plus 1 equals 3, and it's nothing significant. But the day itself, the 29th, is a daily 11 day, and so it will have some power, especially when you look at the charts and see that both the ES and the SPX are both very, very overbought and ready to line up together, pointing down on most all of the charts, from the daily on down the 4-hour, the 2-hour, the 60-minute, etc. And they were out of sync on Friday. On Friday, the ES was pushing up and trying to get overbought. No, I'm sorry, I got that backwards. The ES was pointing down and trying to sell off, while the SPX was still pushing up. That's why we end up with a kind of a flat day on Friday, not really going very far, chopping around. Plus, it was an options expiration for the weekly, and it was going to a 3-day holiday weekend, so they held it up. So anyway, my thoughts are that what we're going to do is continue selling off starting on the 29th of, not of June, but of May, tomorrow. These are just ritual days. Now I think we're going to go down to this fake print of 86.47 on the dollar. That's up on the dollar, I should say, down on the market. So where's it going to go on the market? Well, we had this fake print of 12.69 on the SPX. No, it wasn't on the SPX. It's on the futures, on the ES futures. So it could be a little bit different on the SPX. If you did this, I looked at the numbers of how far it came down for what we call our third wave down, and I put the third wave down as starting on May the 1st, which, by the way, May the 1st was an 11-day. You add up all the digits, and you have an 11-day. And the actual high back on April the 2nd, and I start that is the first wave down, and then some chop sideways and back up into May the 1st. And by the way, April 2nd was also a ritual 11-day. So I think we've had our wave 1 down. Let's look at the charts right here, and you get a better idea of what I'm talking about. I think this, of course, is the big, huge MA pattern here on the SPX. And but if we just zoom in right here on just this part right here on this date right here, I think we've had our wave 1 down to here, this chop sideways up into May, the Legatus pilgrimage or Legatus meeting as a wave 2. And I think we just had our wave 3, and I think we're working on our wave 4 right now. I want to say it could be done right now. I want to say that there's going to be a 5th wave down, and that's going to go to this 1267 fake print. Lines up nicely with the peak right here, as you can see right in that area. That's one of the reasons I think it's going to do that. And when it does that, of course, we should see this MACD down here at the bottom, the moving averages. We should see it put in some type of positive divergence like it did here. You see here, here, and here as it worked its way back, tried to work its way up. Exactly a sideways chop. But so I think we'll put in some kind of positive divergence here. And I don't think we're going to pop above this yet. I think we're coming back down, and I think we're going to hit that 1267, which again, let's see here. Again, the 1267 is a fake print, and I think it's right in here, right in these tops. Okay? So I think that's where we're going to hit, and I think that's going to happen this week is where I think that's going to happen. And am I missing something here on this? I think I'm off on this here. This doesn't look right. What happened here? Sorry about that. I think I have zoomed in and missed some of the chart. Let's try this again. Okay, try it one more time. There we go. Sorry about that. So again, wave 1 down, 2 sideways chop, down for wave 3, sideways chop for wave 4, down a little bit more. 1267 is my target. I think it's going to be a trunicated 5th wave, meaning it's going to hit right in here and stop. And 5th waves can commonly be as long as wave 3s. They could even go past it and be an extended 5th wave. In this case, I think it's going to be a shortened wave or a trunicated wave, coming in less than this wave count down here. Now, if you actually round off the numbers of this peak right here, right here on the first 14.15, you round that down to 14.15 even, and drop the 32 cents. And this here, is that right? Let me see here. Let me look at this again. No, look over here, 14.15, 32, yes. And right here, you look at this number, and I'm looking over to my left here where it says the high and stuff like that. I'm actually looking for the low. It says 12.91 and 98 cents. Round that up to 12.92. You actually count these numbers down. I believe it come up with 111 points, which is kind of funny in itself. But I basically have talked about that here, that it was about 111 points down on wave 3. And if we do the 61.8% of that, we come up with about 69. And that lines up with a 69-point drop. And I put it as if we were going to go up to 1338. But since I wrote this post, the market's actually sold off some, so I don't think we're going up any. We might just come back to flat and then sell off. But any way it goes, what I'm looking for here, real simply, is a short move, 59 to 69 points down to about that 1267. At the same time, I think we're going to hit this fake print on the dollar and hit this move right here. Now, I think that is going to complete our first big large wave 1 down in 5 waves. Then I think, and that's going to take 8 to 9 weeks since the April 2nd high. Now I think we're going to go up into one of these ritual dates. The 11th seems too short to me. There's the 22nd of June, and then there's the 29th of June. Make it push out all the way to the 29th, I don't know. But whatever date it pushes out to, I'm thinking 2 to 3 weeks maybe for that, for some type of larger wave 2 up. I don't know how high it'll go. And then I'm looking for a wave 3 down. So it actually could push out all the way into that June Olympics. We could be headed for a major wave 3, a very large wave 3, not like what we just had, much more than 111 points, a big wave 3 down into that Olympics time frame in July. And that is right where they were supposed to set off a nuclear bomb, and that would be Bush and Rockefeller and Henry Kissinger and George Soros and Warren Buffett, all the other gangster thugs. So we got to look out for that. I hope it doesn't happen. I hope that the good guys stop it, but it sure is lining up ugly for a wave 3 down to that time period. So that's it. Read the blog post, folks. A lot of good information there about ritual numbers. See you guys, and good luck.